Yes, indeed, they do. I do. I'm going to show you how to make, guess what? Some red beans and rice. The simple way, the easy way, the New Orleans taste in these beans. Yes, indeed. First, you're going to need to soak them overnight so they can get a good puffiness to them. They double their size. That makes them good, y'all, when you soak them overnight. And always use the best. And this is the best right here. Camilla red beans, New Orleans style. Yes, indeed. That is what these are right here, y'all. You need those. They make them taste good. And they're expensive, but they are good. It's a different than a bean company. Really. I thought it was a host, but it's not. That's the truth. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to make these non-pork. So what I'm doing over here is boiling some turkey tails. It's got a lot of fat on them, just like the ham hocks. But you have to add substance to it to make them taste good. So I got bay leaves in here, and when I left them out, when I put them on and went and do other things around the home, I smelled them. I said, oh, this smells just like Miss Vaughn's house because they use that bay leaf. See that bay leaf in there? Those bay leaves give it that flavor. Yes, indeed. So what I'm going to do is show you how to make some easy red beans and rice, non-pork red beans and rice. And first of all, you have to boil these turkey tails real good and get this liquid. Excuse me. I put some shortening in here. Or you could use some leftover fried chicken grease to put them in if you want to. But what we're going to do is going to use beef. So I got these here at the Kroger's. It's bullhead beef sausage. I got these. Now, of course, and they pretty good. They had them on sale for $3.19. So I'm going to use these for the sausage, the smoked sausage, the pork smoked sausage. I'm going to use those. So we're going to use some of my chicken bouillon to go into this liquid to give it a little flavor. We're going to use a little thyme. We're going to use parsley flakes, some red crushed pepper, and ground black pepper. Now, I've been getting this ground black pepper, and I like it. It has more robust flavor in it. And then we're going to use some liquid smoke. And we're going to use some apple cider vinegar because in those recipes, they used to call them pigtails. My ex-mother-in-law used to get. And they will put them in these beans. But we're going to use some apple cider vinegar or just regular vinegar. And we'll be right back showing you what we're going to do with these red beans and rice. This red beans and rice are smelling good up in the house. And it's almost time to put these beans, cleaned and washed, into this pot. We're going to let it boil just a little bit more. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do next, okay? All right, we're back. I'm getting ready to show you what to do, how to make these easy red beans and rice. Okay, what we're going to do now, we had let our broth, let's move this all back so you can see. Sorry for this display. I'm getting everything ready to show you how it looks. Okay, you see it's boiling. I want my camera to get into this heat. Okay, we done boiled from here down to here. Okay, so what we're going to do now, and we're going to add our beans. We're going to add our beans just like this. These beans are already soaked. We're going to let them cook just like this. We'll put them in here now. We're going to see how the beans are swollen. That's how you want them to be swollen like that, so they can have a good flavor. We'll put them all in like this. Now, in this pot, we have turkey butts. Turkey butts, y'all. That's what's in there. Turkey tails, turkey butts, they're all the same. So we're gonna make sure we put every one of these beans in here just like this. Just like this, because we're gonna let them simmer in this fine broth that we made. Yes, indeed. Easy, 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 easy. You can't go wrong doing this recipe. I'm showing you step by step what to do. And that's what you need to know, step by step. And we're going to get all this out. Put this over to the side. Okay? I'm going to put this aside and show you what we're going to do. Put this up there. Now, someone asked me why did I cook with a hot plate, I guess what you call it. It's a hot burner or whatever. Because my camera over my stove, I don't have anywhere to put my camera. No. So I have to put it over this counter here. There's a counter right here. And it's just fits just perfect. Because I cannot find something to accommodate me with the stove. So one day I will get that, and you won't be asking me why I cook on this hot plate like. But it's just like a regular stove. It cooks. Every meal you saw me done was on this, and it does good. Right? Right. Okay, what we're doing now is covering those beans just like that. And I'm going to get 2 cups of water. Now, you use chicken broth if you want. But I'm using my famous, you know what this is, I'm using a big helping spoonful of this chicken bouillon and stirring it in the water, just like this. Stir it in the water, and I'm going to pour it in the broth, just like that. And stir it good enough, y'all. We'll just use that just like that. Okay? And that's what we got in here. We got the chicken broth in there. That just helps it so good. Easy recipe. You cannot say you can't do this recipe. It's easy, easy, easy. Okay? And then we're going to use some thyme. Well, it's thyme. I call it thyme. But just a little on top. Just covering the top of it. Just like that. That should be enough. Just covering the top. Okay? And then we're going to add our Holy Trinity. That's the bell peppers, the onions, and the celery. Now, what I'm going to do is add all this like this. We're going to rake it in just like that, y'all. Rake it in just like that. And they call that the Holy Trinity in New Orleans. That's what they call that, y'all. Okay, we got all that in there like that. So what we're going to do now is add parsley flakes. I love to put parsley flakes in my dishes. I don't know why, but it just make them look good and sometimes make them taste good too, you know. I'm going to add that in there. And we're going to add some apple cider vinegar. Yes, this is a substitute for the pickle pigtails, what my ex-mother-in-law used to say. And then we're going to add some crushed pepper. Now you can put cayenne pepper, but I like crushed pepper in mine. Okay, just like that. Not a lot, just a little, y'all. And then we're going to put some ground black pepper. Just like this. Okay? And then we're going to add some liquid smoke. Liquid smoke goes in here a lot. There. And then we're going to add some garlic. And then we're going to close the pot. And then we'll be finished. Just pour that juice in there just like that. Don't hurt none. And then we'll close the pot and we'll be right back. Okay, now we got the top on top of the beans, and it's going to be about a good 40 minutes or maybe an hour, and then we're going to put our sauces in there. Now, someone would say, this is not the recipe for red beans and rice. No, it's not exactly the recipe for red beans and rice. It's what you call a something like it, because it don't have pork in it. And people love to eat red beans and rice, and they don't believe in eating pork because it's their religion or they can't eat pork. It's either or. So I'm making it possible that you can enjoy these red beans and rice with the ingredients that I can make it taste almost like the red beans and rice in New Orleans. And this is where you come in at, when you try to show people how to get something from something that's fantastic, and you want it to be fantastic as that. So if you follow this recipe and you don't eat any pork, this would be perfect for you to try to get that authentic taste of red beans and rice. Yes, indeed. This is in the pot right here. We're getting ready to let it boil, and then we got all our spices and ingredients inside, and it's going to cook medium for maybe about an hour and a half instead of an hour, because we want them to simmer and have that good taste. This is Sandra. We'll be right back and let you see what comes up next from these wonderful, easy, no pork red beans and rice. All right, we're back. Our beans are at that stage where we can mash them to the side and start making that wonderful thickness of red beans and rice to go on top of the rice. So what we're doing now is frying our sausage, and we have more celery, onion, and bell pepper, and I'm going to leave this whole sausage so I make a display presentation with this whole sausage, because in New Orleans they have a whole sausage in the beans, but they also have this in there too, y'all. So we're going to put some more garlic in it, some more black pepper, some more crushed pepper, but we might use cayenne pepper just a little bit, and some more thyme. So what we're going to do now is show you, after this get done, we're going to pour this, we're going to add the celery and the bell pepper. We're going to do that right now. Add that in there. And then we're going to let that saute, and we'll be right back and add it to our collard beans. All right, we are back. We took our turkey tails out, and we're going to feel for bones and take the meat away, and we'll put it last. So what we're doing now is going to put another bay leaves in. Now when you buy bay leaves, they come in a little package like this. So what you do, you put them in your refrigerator when you get through using them. We're just going to use one more bay leaf in there, and that's all we need. And we're going to stuff these back in here, and we're going to put the top back on, and we're going to put them in our refrigerator, and they will keep them fresh. We'll put the top back on, put them in the refrigerator, and these are bay leaves, and they keep them fresh. When you take them out of that little package like that, I think I showed it, and I hope you've seen it. The little package right here, you put them back in this, and you put it back in a container, and you tighten it up, and you put it in the refrigerator to keep them fresh. So we're adding one more bay leaf to the mix, and we're going to mash some of the beans to the side. We already got a creamy, but we want a bigger creamy. So we're mashing them to the side as they cook, because they're soft now. They cook about an hour, and it's time to mash them to the side, because they're not really ready to about another hour or so. So we're going to add some more ingredients in here. I love the way they smell. They smell good. Now these are not the pork kind. These are without the pork. And we cooking them the best way we know how to get that wonderful New Orleans taste. So what we're doing is mash them to the side. And then I saved one of the sausages to go into the brew, because what we're doing, I'm going to show you how they do it in New Orleans with a whole hot link, I guess if they call them a smoked sausage. They call them smoked sausage, the whole smoked sausage. So what we're going to do, continue doing this, mash them to the side, and then we're going to add the rest of the meat. That's the sausage, more bell pepper, more garlic, more season to go in here while they are simmering. This will give them that good flavor. This right here, that flavor comes out and give it a good flavor. That's the garlic, the celery, the onions, some more of the thyme, and some more of the sausages in there. And wow, it's smelling good already. So what I'm doing is going to mash some more on the side, just like this. Mash them on the side, y'all. Mash some beans on the side. And then, a lot of people don't do it, but I put some tomato paste in mine. Sorry, y'all. Tastes good. Tastes good. Some people, my mama didn't put that in mine. My dad did. Well, you know what? If it tastes good, that is what I'm looking at. I don't care how you do them, As long as you get that good taste at what matters, you know? At what matters. Don't judge a cook until you taste it and see how they do it. Okay, what we're doing now is adding the tomato paste, and we mash them to the side to get that good old creamy gravy. And we're going to leave some whole. See that? We're going to leave some whole. But what we're going to do is let them simmer about another hour. And my, they'll be really good. Look at that. That's what you want. Okay, we're going to mash just a little bit more. Not a lot of them, just a little bit more on the side. Just like that to get that thickness in there. Just like that. You see what I'm doing? See these beans right here? You just mash them to the side. See how you mash them to the side? And that's what you get. You get some mashed beans and some good beans. So we'll let these simmer for about another hour on low. And we're going to come back and show you what it look like. Okay? All right. Our beans been simmering for an hour. And you can tell how thick they got because we did that creaming. And we have this sausage over because that is a presentation. I'm going to show you how they serve it in New Orleans. But look at the beans. Ain't that beautiful? But one thing we forgot to do, we didn't forget to do, but I just did it last, is add the leftover turkey tail. We're going to put that in there just like this. Leftover turkey tail to give it a more meaty taste. And man, they smell so good. They smell so good. We're going to let them simmer another 15 minutes. And we're going to take them in a bowl and let you see what they look like and taste like. We're going to let them simmer about another 15 minutes because they are ready. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Now, if you love these beans from New Orleans with pork in them, you will love these beans without pork. I showed you how to make some red beans and rice without pork. And this is what this is. We're going to let this simmer for about 15 minutes and we'll be right back. All right, we're getting ready to serve our red beans and rice. What we're going to do now is just pat it like that and put our red beans and rice in a dish like that. They are creamy, they smell good, and they are delicious. And we're going to get some rice. Put it on like that. Wipe this off. Y'all have to use my finger. Hate to do that. And then we're going to get the sausage and put it to the side. And that's how they eat their red beans and rice in New Orleans. Just like that. They give you a sausage. And sometimes most people want more rice. Put the rice on there. Cut these off. And then they put some little pasta flakes on top. They put a little pasta flakes on top of them. Just like this. And they serve that to you in New Orleans just like that. That's how they serve it to you in New Orleans. Red beans and rice with no pork. I will be right back with this presentation and show you how to do these red beans and rice with no pork. Yes, indeed. This is Sandra. I want to tell you happy eating and thank you for coming to my channel. And this is presentation. I will show you how to do these red beans and rice. I am so choked up because my ex-mother-in-law used to tell me I was a good cook because she did Creole cooking in New Orleans and it was fabulous. But when she passed on, she told my ex-husband to tell me that I was a good cook. And it brought tears to my eyes because she was an excellent cook, a Creole cook. She could cook anything. It tastes so good, especially potato salad and her turkey wings. Her smothered turkey wings and everything she cooked was perfect. But when she told him to tell me that, I was very, very amazed and happy. So I'm dedicating this to Miss Vaughn. And this is the New Orleans style red beans and rice with no pork. After this presentation, I'll show you how to prepare this dish.